Alright, so welcome to another Teachable Tonnos moment here. We just want to share with you a couple of things that have been going on in our life and try to help any young families out there with young kids, and just, through our experience, not, again, always, not that we're perfect, but just because we're in the trenches with you guys, and we just want to really help you through any challenges you might be having. So tonight, Amy and I just want to touch for the next minute and a half, 2 minutes on teething. I get so many questions about this in the office. Amy gets tons of questions from moms at school and things like that. And so, first thing is when your kids teeth, it doesn't just happen overnight. Teething can happen sometimes for months as those teeth just push up from the bottom and recess back down a bit and push back up again. And so some of the symptoms that you're going to see when your kids are teething that are completely healthy, natural signs of teething is kids tugging at their ears. Happens a lot. You might see them getting some congestion. The tissues in the jaw and the throat generally swell up a bit when those teeth are trying to erupt through. So you're going to get a backing up of the eustachian tube, so the kids will actually have a little bit of discomfort in their ears maybe, some discomfort in the gums, running noses.
Swollen glands.
Yeah, swollen glands. So one of the things too that I really know is critical in the teething process is we've come to believe, 3 kids and a lot of teeth later, that the fever that oftentimes accompanies teething is critical. So many parents want to try to comfort the kid by giving them, something to lower that fever, whatever it is. We don't believe that's the best thing to do. What we believe is that fever is a natural response that God put in the body to help the child as they're about to open up a tissue to the environment. That fever is a proactive way that the body's going to fight any bacteria trying to enter in through the gums where it's opened up. Just like dentists try to put people on synthetic antibiotics when they're going to do a dental surgery because of the fact that that's an area for bacteria to enter into the system. God has a system in place for that, and your body's going to crank up a fever because it's going to kill the bacteria upon entering into there so the child doesn't end up with a full-blown infection. So, from our perspective, the most important things to do are comfort.
Comfort.
Yep.
Keep them with you and monitor them. That's the biggest thing with moms is they think, oh, the fever, I don't know what to do. Just keep them close to you. You know when their temperature, is really rising. You know when they are a little bit out of it. So keep them close. Keep them comfortable, okay? Those are the 2 biggest things because they want to be with you. They want to be comforted, and then let it ride. And that's one of the most uncomfortable things for parents to do, but it's okay. You're not alone. We're all out there doing the same thing, and the important thing is you want to keep them warm. If you cool them down, it's going to make their body have to fight higher to get that fever back up. And so you'll often notice when you try to cool them down, you're going to notice an hour later that their fever spikes even higher because now their body's having to go into overdrive to try to make sure that they keep the heat up to try to kill off any of those bacteria that might be roaming around in the mouth and trying to get into those freshly cut gums.
Okay, and then the most important thing that we've always done with our kids every single time they've been teething is check their spines even more than their regular chiropractic checkups. The reason why that's so important is we know research shows us that your immune system works greater post-chiropractic adjustment when your nerve system, which is what controls how your body heals and functions and regenerates and all of the important life-giving processes, when your nerve system works properly, your body can do what it's supposed to do. So you don't have to fear needing to manipulate the situation with dangerous drugs or anything like that. So that in a nutshell is the best way that we believe that you can handle teething. We've been through it a lot. We're speaking to you from experience today. We've never lowered a child's fever. We've never, subscribed to taking some type of even over-the-counter, soothing thing. At the very most, we might give our kids like an ice type of a scenario to chew on or something like that. But otherwise, you got to understand, you guys, your bodies were made for this. Your kids were made for this. They're not these weak little things that aren't capable. God made them well. Remember that. Be encouraged. Don't be discouraged. Speak life into your kids. And until we see you again for another Teachable Tonnos moment, go out there,
Great.
live your life the way you're supposed to, and
I was just going to say, you brought up a really good point about the ice cube. I know some of you guys have seen those little mesh packets. If you can get a mesh bag and then you can throw some frozen fruit in that they can suck on, that's a great thing that they'll enjoy, and it helps to kind of soothe those swollen, inflamed gums and kind of settle them down for a little bit. Plus, they're actually getting some nutritious value out of it rather than putting anything in that's going to be harmful to their body.
yeah, but definitely not if they're under 6 months, right? Because we
Yeah.
always advocate under 6 months. Best thing to do is try to stick strictly, purely mom's breast milk. Best thing for the baby. After 6 months, then maybe that integrating some frozen fruit there. But anyways, guys, you're made for this. Stay strong. You are healthy. Be encouraged, and we'll talk to you soon.